I repeat anything about the concept paper? Do you need it for the video, or is it just, you know?
No, just, yeah, you can, yeah, just briefly.
Okay, so in a few words, we're working on the first draft of the concept paper that goes prior to the business plan. Ken Pope, who's a professor in France, he's a startup advisor, is helping us with this paper. So he sent us a list of questions, and now we're working on the first draft. And on a Sunday morning, we'll have a call with him, and hopefully we'll finalize concept paper by maybe end of the next week. Is it realistic? Probably yes. Then another thing that we're working on, it's like a big thing we're working on. The other one, in terms of the short-term goals, we're working on a campaign within the ITU students. So they will be our first customers and testers. They'll be using the tool, sending us their feedback, anything they want to add, any comments, anything. So in order to gain as many subscribers as we can, we will launch a promotional campaign. So next week, I believe it's on Wednesday, we have a call with Chris, who is head of student advising,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, right? And we will talk with him about every single option for us to promote JobHax among ITU students. So we will need, I will need your help in terms of design, of course, maybe some development for banners, because for now we've sent him a list of all possible channels we brainstormed last time, including like posters in classrooms and common areas, banners on the ITU website and my portal, sending spam emails, not spam, helpful emails, but sending like a chain of emails, etc. But we will need to talk to Chris and see what our options are here.
Awesome. So the concept paper, what's going to be the main motivation, Tali, for it?
So that's the outline basically for the business plan. It goes there, we state the problem, we explain what the market is, we come up with the idea, we explain why we think we're offering the best solution for a certain problem. So we describe pain points, we describe market situation, where is the demand, who the customers are, how we help those customers, why we can build the best product for those people, right? So that's the outline. Plus we have a 3-year adoption plan, including the first year, which is mostly testing within ITU students, right? And tweaking the product, making sure that everything works correctly, listening to the feedback, then rolling out like a wider sales, oriented campaigns for more universities and building case studies. So what's important for us, apart from like gathering as much data as we can and feedback, is also having case studies. So actual numbers saying, hey, we had X amount of students, they used this service, they were satisfied, 89% said this, 59% said that. So like building case studies, we can go and actually promote the product. So I think it's really important for us to build a case study, first with ITU, right? And then rolling it out the second year and the third year. And we have some revenue predictions that I took from the pitch deck that you guys shared with me, right? So information in the concept paper is like a mix of what we've already had in the presentation, in the pitch, and also like a more detailed, elaborated marketing plan for the first 3 years. So we will just identify universities who want to work with. But I can go more in detail there. But basically, that's like a skeleton, as Ken said, right?
Do you want to share your screen for the concept paper? And
okay.
What's going to be the difference for the business plan in this case? It will be just more pre-business plan?
It's supposed to be, the concept paper is supposed to be a 2-page document. Currently, we have 3 pages, right? So we will have to abridge it. 2 pages, we don't need more than 2 pages. So it's like a more of, not really like bullet points, but like very concise and, straight to the point, whereas the business plan is there are more details. So I think we're like building the skeleton first and confirming it with Ken. Then I don't know if Sophia wants to do that, or me, because she has one of her classes, she needs to write a business plan. So maybe we'll be working on it together. I had a call with Sophia, by the way, recently, and I just asked her what kind of classes she's taking, what she can use towards her assignments. So maybe because she can
We
use it.
really love you, Tali, because you really take the initiative, which is really important for us. Just talking and taking step forward. That's really important, and especially in early days. We are really appreciate. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for feedback.
Yeah, Suhas is, by the way, is online too. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm on my phone, so yeah.
Come on, man! You have the latest form, which even Google didn't publish.
Yeah, I just installed Zoom. Man, come on, let's use Hangout.
Okay. Oh, I think the good thing for the Zoom is we can record the session.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, but yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead.
So basically, I guess you heard part of the Tali talk, and I will just introduce you. Yonglin is the guy from our Capstone project. Yonglin, also Suhas, meet Suhas. He's our co-founder for the project. I just waited for you to introduce for him also. Yeah. All the key people are now here, so you can go introduce yourself. That, by the way, he just catched up my attention because he has front-end experience. So I guess he can tell more about himself, and really happy to have you.
Cool. Was that, sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, so you want me to give a brief introduction of
myself? About yourself, your experience, and
okay, sure.
If you can.
Yeah, so I have been working as a front-end developer for about 3 years. So in the past projects, so I have been using Angular 1 and 2 for about 2 years, and then later on that we use React for about a year, then a little bit of Vue.js as well. So I feel like that's been using a lot of frameworks and libraries, and
Cool, that's great. I think some of those technologies we're using, so it'd be good to get your input and contribution on that.
Yeah, so that's really nice. That's Egemen, I guess you met. He's in our front end.
I'm currently developing the front end side of the JobHax. The whole project is written in React, so you can easily contribute.
Yeah, I was checking the repo. Actually, I was Googling and then I find the repo. So I'm just typing into the code, see what's happening over there.
So yeah, that's regarding the onboarding. We can do more on it when as a guys here. If you don't mind, let's now over generic talk about the marketing. Tali will continue, and then again, and then once the guys here, we can talk more Capstone project specific, the scope, where Suhas will introduce some use cases. Basically, the idea is we need to maximum own it, like unblocked from each other, not like finger pointing. And just make sure everybody's clear and what they need to do within that period of stuff, and they commit it, and then we just weekly. Basically, this meeting is now a more introduction. We can run an hour, but then the idea is we can reduce it to half an hour. Just make sure that everybody in the same page. So basically, we will be more productive then. Yeah, Tali, going back to you. So currently you are working on the concept paper that we can.
So I think we more or less finalize what we could finalize, right? We will need to add information about the team, but going back to the comments, and Suhas gave a really good point about like giving relevant experience, right? I think it's I will pencil it in for now. It's a separate project of selling the team, selling ourselves to the best professional for this product, right? So everyone should probably add a few words about themselves and why they think their skills are relevant to this specific project. But because I really wanted to share already this concept paper with Professor Pope, so he would have some feedback by Sunday. For now, I think we're in a stage of like a first draft. Was finalized. I sent him a link, so he should get it later tonight, early morning his time. Is it? Yeah, right. So hopefully I ask him to give us some feedback by Sunday, right? So For now, if you guys have something to say about yourselves, I think Suez gave a great examples. You described
share. Do you mind to send it just quickly? The concept paper in your share screen.
Oh, can I share my screen? I'm not sure I can share my screen. Wait a second. Let me see what's happening on my screen.
Yeah, I can share if you want.
No, it's okay. I think I can share my screen. I will have to find the paper. And the second step that we're waiting for the meeting with Chris, and then we will know what our options are for promotion with an ITU student. And also, I would like to know how many people are actually currently enrolled in ITU. So based on the number of students, we can make predictions how many subscribers we can get, like first milestones, build a timeline for the campaign, because for now it's hard to say. I don't really know how many people are enrolled in ITU. Does anyone know?
Again, latest, greatest?
Around, between 600 to 1,000, as I know.
Whoa, okay. Oh, I have a message from someone who's, okay, perfect.
I just put the concept paper that's just...
I thought it was around like 300 or something initially, but I don't know.
Well, let's ask Chris, and I think when we know the exact number, because he probably knows better, he should know, right? Then we can build a tentative timeline and our goals for, how many subscribers we would like to ideally get by whatever day we will choose when it's like feasible to actually launch the campaign. And then once we speak with him and know what the channels are, we'll start working on deliverables. So like if it's like email copies or banners or whatever he will allow us to do. I don't know what the outcome will be, because I don't know how, forthcoming they are.
You see, that's the one, I guess you're working currently, yeah?
That's a marketing strategy wrap up. So just to keep it all in one doc, I try to put what we're talking about. So first we'll have it here, so we'll know what we're working on, right? So some of them, like slogan, we can strike it through, because I didn't know that we already had it all on the website, by the way. But that's like action items here, like a concept paper. We send the first draft to Professor Pope, and then estimates for the campaign, waiting for the numbers from Chris, right? Then you added here for the combinator follow-up with Boris. I have no idea who this is, by the way.
Which one?
Boris.
Oh, Boris, I think Suaz can introduce his friend.
Boris is basically another advisor of ours.
Okay.
He's the CEO of ID Action, a company that he started. He helps kind of early stage startups, so we've been working with him too.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
So let me quickly say that we have now a couple folks also joined. Christopher and Vias. Christopher also we meet during IT orientation. Chris, can you hear us? Hello?
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I can hear you. My internet's not that very good, but yeah, I'll try to follow along.
Sure. So Chris is currently traveling. You are in Taiwan, yeah? You're in Taiwan now? Taiwan, I guess.
Yeah, in Thailand right now.
Yeah, he's in Thailand right now. He's also ITU student. He's he has experience in sales, basically sales business development. That we are really happy to have you, Chris. So basically, you guys know we had more the engineers, and right now Tally and the Christopher, where we are building our go-to-market team, where Tally's main focus on the marketing, all these more like user side, and Chris for, let's say, beside ITU talking and bringing some other, like building the strategy for some basically more customer and sales strategy, which I guess, Chris, you can help us with. And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's more introduction call. If you want to introduce yourself quickly, Just, yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. So I'm trying to start my video, but that's not working here either.
No worries.
So I come from Sweden originally, where I started a company selling sailing boats and motorboats. So like a dealership. I then did my MBA at UC Davis. Started that 3 years ago, and then I started working for UC Davis in admissions, so sales for universities. So I have some connections there as well in the UC Davis career development team on the business school. That we can, that I would like to see sort of bring it up there and see what is their view, just a quick talk with them. I would love to be part and see what we can do from a strategy on a sales, how to build up the sales team in the end. And I would love to have a deeper discussion with each one of you and see sort of what is the goal of this. And I want to get more knowledge. I only have the brief knowledge from when we talk for during orientation.
Awesome. So yeah, I will let VS also here. We are basically for this semester, we are 4 people dedicated joined for the Capstone project, where Younglin, he introduced himself earlier, and VS, he just joined, and then we have one missing guy. Hopefully we can catch up with him sometime. So VS, do you want to also introduce briefly yourself? And I guess, yeah.
So this is my last semester in ITU, and so with respect to JobHax, I met Sako, I think during my Python class, where he demoed and talked about JobHax. It's really interesting. And later next semester, he was there in the, I think in the boot camp somewhere, and now I'm glad I'm part of JobHax through Capstone project. And coming to my background, I worked in India for about 7+ years as a application developer. To be specifically, I'm a web app developer. I work for clients across Middle East and in the United States as well. And I have been working in Bay Area since last January. I work for a startup, so we basically do healthcare audits, autonomous in cloud, Azure cloud. And currently I'm working as a .NET developer, and I'm very much interested in learning and working on front end as well. So that's what I spoke with Sako, that I was interested in doing front end stuff. He said, yeah, we have like huge scope to do on that as well. So I'm looking forward to work on front end mostly. And of course, I can even help on the other back end or wherever application level too.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yes, I think we have one more singer here. Sophia, I guess I shared the video, which was really impressive. Even you're not supposed to translate it. You never did it, but Sophia.
Oh, my video, right?
Don't tell to Masa I steal it. You're gonna kill me. Yeah, he's
yeah,
really,
pretty much it.
Yeah, where we meet in another
hey,
project.
Everyone.
So, yeah.
Yep. Very cool. Hi.
Hey.
How are you? Yeah, it's my first meeting. So hello everybody. I guess I met some of them, some of you guys. Inan, I saw your message on your talk on the Slack, and I met Suhaus, maybe.
Suhaus.
I'm not sure I met him or not, but I met you two guys. Yeah. Yeah, very happy to join the team.
So you're right now also an ITU student. What's your passion, Sophia?
So my background is a little bit psychology and music and therapy. So now last semester I was in digital art. So I was doing UX. I took class. I was classmate actually with Joy. UX dynamic and also production pipeline. this semester I'm taking like competitive marketing and organizational leadership. So I switched a major from digital art to MBA. So maybe focus on like healthcare management stuff. So I'm very interested in marketing because I feel like marketing is, so as a music therapist, music therapy or artist, marketing has been like big part of our work. So music therapy is not a field that everybody knows. We have to market ourselves and let people know what is it. So I think tell people about what I'm doing and who I am and what I do, it's a big part of my practice and before as well. So I think I like really enjoying doing that and understand the idea, just like a business, understand idea, carry on the mission and tell people about it and understand the people's needs and how can we better serve them. Yeah, and also how to create the strategy and how can we, where we can go and where is our best market and who, we target on. That stuff I'm pretty interested in. I think there are some like similarity in marketing and also user experience research and user experience design that require you to understand people more, and also by that, and then how do you design a strategy and design an experience for people to a more successful experience or a business. So I think, so for this semester, I'm taking a class competitive marketing. So I was talking to Telly that I actually think I can use the class project and also contribute to our marketing strategy. And
I think it will be also productive. That's pretty much what we did for 3 semester and now 4th semester as Capstone. Rather doing random stuff, if you can connect, that's a great thing. And Tali has really years of experience on the field, so I guess she will guide you on this. And
so I think you've shared a link to marketing strategy. If you don't mind, I'll share a link to wait a second. To the concept paper, because I think marketing strategy wrap-ups is mostly for people who were in the meeting, and it's like kind of like just like in bullet points what we were talking about. I don't know if you can actually understand if you wait a second.
Is it the concept paper? That's the one, or there is new one? That's the one Ken shared. Yeah, I can still share that.
I can also share my screen. I made sure that everything is clear there.
Yeah, you can share.
Okay, let me see how I do that. I actually don't know how to share my screen.
I think that is in the down, that is share screen, or in the up when you put up.
Boom, boom, boom.
So just
That's really embarrassing. I don't know how to share my screen, guys.
If you do your mouse up or or
record, invite, stop video. There must be something. That's embarrassing.
In the Zoom application, if you put in the Zoom application, if you click the app you install, can you see?
No.
You don't see it? Yeah, it's a bit. You open.
I see the chat. I see like record, chat, share, maybe share, whiteboard.
Yeah, I think
desktop. Share. Oh yeah, here we go. It's share.
Awesome.
Okay. Am I sharing my screen? Why do I have Skype here? Okay, here we go. So let me just put it here. So that is, so first off, we have questions from Professor Pope, right? So like what it is and which questions you're supposed to answer. And a concept paper, as I've mentioned, is just like a skeleton for a business plan. So it's more concise, right? And it should be around 2 pages. We have 3 pages now, but we will abridge based on his feedback. So we started with a problem and some stats and the situation, what's happening for job seekers, especially for recent college graduates, how hard it is to find a job, and they're dissatisfied with the career advising services, whereas career advising services think that they don't understand what it takes to get a job. Then the solution, right, here we have the big idea to data-driven job hunt. We can work on the exact wording, but for now we've kind of agreed on what we have here. Describe 4 key, pillars of the functionality right here, and then estimates for the market, right? How much career services spend yearly on career advising. Then again, there's an example of job track, right? Did I get it right this time? Because I remember I put the wrong name of the company and then wrong name again. But there were so many of them in the presentation, I get confused. Anyway, so I got it right this time.
As long as you don't put error CV, you're fine.
No, it was really funny because I was like, oh, this is embarrassing. So they get acquired for $2 million recently. And then here we kind of, this paragraph about the competition, right? So stating that we are unique because none of the existing companies are geared towards nurturing student-university relationships. Here we have about the team. That's the part we need to work on, because actually I think it's a bigger task to kind of like sell ourselves as a team. I would just take like a separate file. Maybe we won't put all the information here, right? Because this file needs to be shorter, right? But like writing your relevant to this project experience will be very helpful. So this part could like, very tentative, right? And it should be shorter probably. Then goes our business model. So it's a SaaS subscription model with a focus on B2B clients. It's tiered based on the number of students and length of the contract, right? So the more students and the longer the contract, the cheaper cost per student is. And there are some examples of the tiers and pricing from the presentation, right? And that's a 3-year adoption plan. Like a first year is testing, collecting the data, building a case study, which is really important to us. So that's among ITU students where we are now hopefully like launching campaign soon and gathering feedback, collecting the data and building a case study. Then a second year is like a active promotion for innovators. So we will like identify hopefully like there's just some ballpark numbers for now, 10, 15 universities that are ready for disruption, right? And I would say like account-based marketing is perfect for us because we identify key decision makers, gatekeepers, influencers within those universities, right? And it's mostly like sales-oriented campaign because we work directly with this university. The goal is sign up 2-3 contracts, hopefully with those universities, and keep building case studies here. The third year is expanding to early adopters. So by that moment, we should have a more historical data so we can leverage the data, more case studies and success stories so we can show off. And that's a more like multi-channel account-based campaign again. And we can target more universities, hopefully invest more in marketing. So ballpark numbers, again, like 35, 45 universities. And that's a pretty optimistic conversion rate. But I think if we can build good case studies, and it's such a needed product, so I think it is realistic. Then financial projections that you've already seen before, right? For like first we're in minus, then like a first and second, third year. That's actually already the 4th year for us, right? Because that's the first year for ITU. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Then resources allocation. So we just spoke about it. I think Ken, he actually meant where we will like get the resources before we can get any income, but I'm not sure what exactly he meant by that point, because in his paper there is a point, what will you do for resources while the new business is building to a point where it can be at least self-supporting. So I think he means where we'll get the money, not where we are going to spend the money. But for now, like I just put like bullet points from your comment. And the legal structure, I have no idea what it says, but I just copy pasted from the comment. Okay, so just to be honest, I don't know what this part says, but we have Egemen, right? That was your comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much for that. And thank you for giving me the link to the survey. I actually also included here and the problem statement. But I guess you can explain what this Delaware thing means, because I personally don't know, I'll be honest.
In the US, actually, which has the most optimistic tax law and business laws for all businesses, companies. And as I researched, VCs generally require companies, startups to incorporate as Delaware C corporation because of the business laws again. So, and probably from Boris, we get that recommendation too.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Is no, we are planning to operate as Delaware C corporation.
Perfect. That sounds good. So I'll share again both papers, questions that Professor Pope sent us, and then the concept paper. And then on Sunday, hopefully, we will speak with him and he'll give us some feedback so we can fine tune it and like abridge it, because it's way too long, but I don't really know what exactly we can, strike through for now, but we'll see. And again, if you can write something about yourself here, guys, that would be very helpful.
Yep.
I would like to just add one thing.
Oh, sure.
Actually, we can research the market a bit more, because as I researched before, there are a couple different market size expectations for career services. So,
you mean in terms of competition or market like opportunities?
Budgets. The budgets of career services, universities. Yeah, and we can just update the numbers in the 3-year projection.
Are they low or high? Because we have some numbers here for how much career services spend is in the US.
Yeah.
Are these numbers also in the presentation? Because I saw there are more numbers there, but I wasn't sure. So there were numbers for the US market only, and then globally, from what I remember.
Research. Yeah. Part of them were like guesstimated, and part of them were pulled from that source that you linked on here as well, which is the same source that was on the presentation.
Okay.
Maybe we just need to validate again if those numbers are real.
Yeah. On the other hand, like in 3rd year, as you write there, we are expecting to sell the product around 35 to 55 universities.
Oh no, that's the targeting for the campaign. So we target 35, 45 universities. We don't expect all of them to sign up a contract with us. Like 5 will be perfect, and maybe even like 7 is way too optimistic. So I would say kind of like understanding our conversion rate will be helpful here, but that's for targeting. So we identify, say, universities that are ready for disruption, right? And then launch campaigns for them and see which ones are more interested in, marketing, marketing qualified leads. Then they turn into like warm and hot leads and stuff like that. Then we give them to the sales team. So for sure, we're not going to sign like 30 contracts. It's impossible, but.
Yeah, I see now.
Okay, awesome. I guess we have one more new member. She joined, Lala. I know her. She's from same country, Azerbaijan. She's for the design part. She's has experience on this, so hopefully she can introduce herself. Hey, Lala, can you hear us? Hello? I think you muted. If you want to unmute first. Let's see if. Hello? Hello? Lala, can you hear us? Hello? I guess. Yeah. I think later once you can speak, you can just, anytime, just introduce
It'd be
yourself.
good to, we should probably go over the upcoming work for the capstone.
Yeah, I think first let us again quickly give the update on YC. Y Combinator, you know, it's one of the famous accelerated program. Just let's cover. It's more, yeah, it's a bit, this meeting is more introductory, guys. Then we will have more maybe focused and more with agenda. So just to know that everybody's in the same page, like Capstone, all this, we put all the people together. But once we can be based on demand and more focused meetings, so and reduce the meeting time to maybe just more sync up time. So yeah, again, if you want to briefly, maybe we can also share the screen and talk about YC a bit, because it's the deadline is coming, which is 25 September. We are really,
yeah, I'm almost read and researched all the application procedure and the recommendations about how to apply YC Combinator successfully subjects. And I'm also preparing a Google document, which includes all the application questions and my answers. Then I will share you with probably by the end of tomorrow. You will be able to add some comments and make some changes. We also need to discuss some parts of it. You're gonna do it after I share the document with you guys.
Okay.
And from this point, they ask us to provide a demo link.
Demo link.
Yeah. So probably I'm planning to add a demo functionality, which will be like a mock user.
Mm-hmm.
The demo user will be able to go around our platform and play with our features, but not communicating with the backend.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I will do it. I may ask some help from the guys who want to contribute to front end. Also, before we submit the documentation, the application, Yinan, we may update some designs. Yinan, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I just unmuted myself, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Saturday we will meet with Joy.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to join, right?
Yeah, well, turns out I have class.
I thought you're in break.
What?
I thought you're in break.
No, I have one class.
Okay. And that's Saturday?
What? Yeah, this weekend is first class.
What time does that start?
It's 9 to 6.
Oh, full day. Okay.
Yeah, I can join. Have you guys decided time?
We haven't decided the time yet. What time is your class?
9 to 6. So.
Oh, it will end up earlier than 6.
Yeah, I can join at 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you.
I'll also let you know if it ends early or something.
Okay. So as I know, Joy have already some designs about the homepage and the dashboard. Mm-hmm. We're gonna need some new design, especially for the profile page.
Mm-hmm.
And you may make some updates on the metrics page.
We should probably update the dashboard page too.
Yeah,
I think
Joy has some dashboard.
I think the point is, like, for the demo, we need to make sure that even if the backend is not working, that the UI looks fairly good and consistent across the platform, and to have that integrated into the demo before we submit to YC would be really good. And I think there's generally, Yinan, I think you can take a look, but I feel like I feel that we're missing like a theme, or like there's like inconsistencies from page to page. It'd be just good to get like a consistent, UI across the board, and we can change up everything too. I mean, the coloring too. I mean, feel free to just own the whole UI piece and just figure out the right things there, because you had it really good initially. I think when we were first doing it, and then we changed some stuff up, and now everything just looks different. Like the metric picks look different, and the dashboard looks different. So just take a look at it.
Yeah, we need some more consistent colors and stuff. We might need a style guide or something like that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you guys can figure it out at the meeting with Joy and just brainstorm or something like that. But I just wanted to give you my view.
Mm-hmm.
So I think then again we are good there, yeah.
In a short time.
Yeah, we need 1 minute video which we discussed. We're gonna do it, and
we need to develop it. We need to implement the real front end. That's why if you can deliver something day by day, even if you haven't finished it yet, I can start to developing the code too.
Okay. I think, yeah. Awesome. So I think that's YC, we are good. Marketing, we are good. We are rolling with the Ken. And I guess, Suhas, you are mainly interfacing with Gustavo and Boris. That's where, based on this.
Gustavo, Boris, and now Chris too, because I need the letter of intent. And that's the main blocker right now. We're on hold for Gustavo and Boris. So once we get the letter of intent signed with ITU, I was talking to Ege earlier. It'd be good to have at least some financial figures on there. I know that Chris said he didn't want any, but maybe we can negotiate with him to have.
Yeah, we need to talk with him because as I remember, he clearly said that
yeah,
don't want to sign anything which includes any dollar or monetary.
So if because of president resigned, currently we can't go upper than these guys. Otherwise, I was thinking maybe if there is another, but otherwise we can see at least he can give one more try. But otherwise, he told in March he's gonna propose for make it as a commercial product. That's we may need to postpone that to March. That's one of the things. But otherwise, also. Chris, if he can help us with UC Davids and maybe some other school we can, or Ken from France and Germany. If we can have alternate options, we can maybe it will be even faster than doing with ITU, because ITU, for financially, currently it's not a good time to talk about it. And
maybe we can get something with other financial numbers. It doesn't matter. I just wanted some financial numbers. If you can't get it too, that's fine also. But we just need some signature agreement so that we can give that to Gustavo for him to work for us.
Yeah, let's ask Ken also if he can get maybe some. I think.
Okay.
Once he's meeting, let's follow up with him, and meanwhile, let's try other schools for financial numbers and just get from ITU pure intention letter and some with numbers, and then we put all together. It's really sounds interesting.
Yep.
And, or we can also, as a proof, the SJ money is involving for the say TAFO from the money that maybe at least they can prove as a proof, put that money or something that Ege also is doing, but that's let's find some other workaround and see if we can get some numbers at least.
Okay. Yep.
Do we need any amount of number for exact financial information in letter of intent, or is it just we need to provide a customer interest? That's why we need it.
It's mostly customer interest. I would like to have some financial information in there, just for ourselves, that we don't have just a blind commitment, that we have commitment in any financial sense. I think it'd be better for us in terms of getting, people interested or getting funding and stuff. It's not a necessity. It's just, I thought it would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome. So let's now come to the final part also for engineering and mainly the Capstone. I guess, has anybody haven't seen the demo of project. It's online. Have you guys, anybody not tried? And I can quickly do demo. Anybody?
I already seen.
So
yeah.
Basically, I'm just gonna share quickly. So that's the current state we have right now. I also shared our Google Doc in case. So it's JobHax.com. Just in case. Just once again quickly, I'm gonna. That's and let's let it open. Oops. Yeah, that's our main page, JobHax.com. And if you want to go to GitHub, it's here. You can just click from here, backend, frontend. Currently, our main repo that we have the front end, and we have the backend. So you can run one without another. It's over REST API without blocked from each side. And basically, that's here. Yeah, that's. Now let's click quickly the JobHax. That's more the school side, and then you can sign up with a Google or normal email account once you signed up, and you can sign in with your Gmail account, which you use to apply to the jobs. And basically, it will open you the dashboard. You will see all the companies you applied, and you can see the source, the job details, contacts. If you have any alumni working there, you will be able to see automatically here, or otherwise you can add alumni. Same for the reviews part. 1 second, I will put my charging. 1 second. So yeah, then you can add the reviews part as well. And you can add the notes. Call, for example, recruiter. Call recruiter. And you can delete, etc. And then you can move that around. And once you have it, you can come to companies. All the companies applied. You can see these reviews only, or the companies you applied, and you can see what other students think about it.
New design about page too. This is one of the worst designs.
Hey.
Yeah.
In companies page.
Okay.
Yeah. And the metrics is another one which is showing first for your own metrics. For example, that's a currently supported career sources like Hire.com, Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, pretty much covering 80+% of the US markets, at least. So you can see the top companies you applied, and then you can see university metrics, and it's university level. But I think again, it's university is showing less. Yeah, there was more jobs applied. Is it correct?
Yeah, there's a problem. The latest pull request should be running.
What?
Latest PR should be running on the production.
It will fix it. Okay. Yeah. Let's take it offline. Okay. That's the top companies applied at school level. That's the top companies you can see, and then you can see global all across all the university, like all the aggregated data with the metrics. So that's a metrics page currently we have, and then we have the alumni. When you sign up, and you can see the alumni, that's mainly used for the referral part. If you have the major year, you can pick and find the people here. The blog functionality we have, it's pretty much like Medium, I would say, that you can have the blogs internally inside the school, and the events exactly as a meetup.com. That's where you will see different meetings going, ITU presence, for example, or some any other meetups inside the school. It's pretty much interesting if the school is growing, and there are a lot of stuff going around to keep track of currently, because in my previous school, we were doing all this through Facebook, but then if I don't want to use my Facebook or just have my Facebook, that was now as a pretty much alternate way. That's really gonna focus on that part of market, that if anything related to school, career, you can just use it. And more, it's not just tracking. That's where the platform bringing the collaboration on top of it. Because if I want to just track my job, that's perfectly fine. I can do with Excel and stuff. Yes, JobHax will help you to save your time. But what we bring as a value on top of it, it's a collaboration part where I can see what are my classmates, the companies they're applying, where they're struggling, what are the referrals from alumni. That's all the collaboration part that you can't really do with any Excel or something else. That's really where we are saving their time and more collaboration. That's thing we have right now. And let's come to that's quick demo. Any questions so far? That's the current state we have.
Okay, can I ask you a question? I actually tried to connect my JobHax profile to my LinkedIn profile, and it would just send me back to the main page. Not the main page, the login page, just the main page, the dashboard.
Let's see, here, when you were trying?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it. Let's see if... I think that time worked. Maybe we can, in your case, we can have take it offline and try it.
Try to do it on your profile page or when you're signing up.
Let me see, wait a second.
I guess Safer and Ege can help.
Let me try again. If it doesn't work, then I'll just share with you. But what's the purpose if you you just connect your LinkedIn profile and you have connections from LinkedIn, or your applications automatically saved, or what's the purpose?
Okay.
You know what?
So the purpose initially was that we were going to pull all of your LinkedIn information automatically to fill out your profile, but I think we may not have implemented all of it yet. But at least we are gathering the data if people want to do that.
Awesome. So you can do that because you give your consent, right? So when I connected to LinkedIn, it was like, oh, JobHax wants to have access to your blah, blah, blah information. Okay, gotcha. Okay, let me try it again.
We're just getting all the data beforehand, and then once we're ready, we'll start putting in the features.
We are not
getting that's awesome.
At the moment. We will get, if we can get approval from LinkedIn.
Yeah, we need to integrate with the API where we can get more information, but currently we haven't really put much effort on this direction because it's really not free, and it's we may need to go with some paid subscription.
Yeah, LinkedIn is annoying. $30 per month.
Yeah.
Hello.
And the applications you made from LinkedIn is already there if you sign up with your Google account. So it's not to gather your job applications that you've done from LinkedIn. In future, we're gonna use it mainly gather your CV data, skill data from your LinkedIn profile.
Got it. Okay.
And customize your maybe resume based on position and kind of once we have all in-house, change it based on it.
Awesome. Yeah.
So I want to quickly share also Seifo's great job on the APIs. I put in the community channel. That's all APIs in the backend we have right now. So for example, you can come to any of them and just it's more engineering part that you can click, copy. You can come to, you guys see my screen, yeah? That's.
Yep.
You can come and copy, and then you can come to command line and just, just put it. That's really awesome. You get all the data if you don't need authorization, all the public. So pretty much all APIs are up to date, nothing missing. And
yeah, I just updated today.
So awesome.
Code and the API is up to date right now.
Yeah, great job. And that's where what we have right now, and it's more also for our Capstone team. That's the code I showed, and I think I can put there. And Seifo gonna make also 2 videos for installing and up and running the backend side for more development. And for the front-end guys, we can give some secret keys in case for talking to our online backend side, where you don't need to install backend. You can just have a front-end talking to real backend. So
as I understand, both of you guys are interested in to contribute that front-end side.
Yeah, so I would like to work on front-end, and I heard like React is being used for front-end.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I never worked on React, so I just wondering like where to start and all.
Yeah, I can help you on that.
Okay.
Sako, is there anybody else in your group?
Anybody what?
Anybody else?
Yeah, Younglim.
Yeah, I know him. He is also interested in working on front-end side.
Younglim, sorry, just once again, if you can go, do you want a front-end or you want a back-end, or which part?
I don't have I don't really have a preference. I guess like either direction is fine for me. Python, so I would just say that I have more experience on the front end, have a little bit on the back end, but mainly using Node.js. I've been using Python for a little bit, but not too in depth. So that's just like how is my background is. But I'm also interested in the back end too. So just depends where I need it. So yeah.
Yeah. You have more React experience before?
Yeah.
Beneficial for us to do front-end side.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Since you have more React experience, it will be beneficial for you to and for us to have you on front-end side.
Yeah, if you need me in the front end, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, that's, we are missing one guy. I guess we will need guys to talk to him if he's still in project or if he changed because his mind, I don't know, like, do you guys have his mobile number or something that to reach?
No.
Okay, that's, so pretty much you'll need maybe to have some other separate call once. It's more introduction, okay, there are much stuff going on just to meet you, the team, and see like it's really, whatever you are doing, it's really valuable and it's really taking real. It's not just random Capstone project you guys gonna do. It's really having some impact. And it's part of the chain. And I wanted, so did you come up with some plan we were discussing? Do you have anything that for
which one?
For the scope, for the Capstone, what do you think, like some use cases, features that you are working on?
Yeah, so I'm working on the doc for the use cases and feature set. I'll get that to you either later tonight or tomorrow, probably early tomorrow I can get that. Pretty much it's going to be a job posting website internal to a university, so something like very close to Glassdoor or LinkedIn, with some additional features to integrate with other JobHax services.
Awesome. So you have the scope. So basically, you guys, you take the software engineering track. You know that how it's based on the use case. The idea is let's each of us independently own the feature and take real ownership. It means don't wait on each other and really work on it. And then clearly there is ownership. And each week we're gonna share that each of us what he did and what he was telling, that 9 hours at least to put it. That's let's put that time amount. Yeah. And I think it's good in general for us to get out of it something. And at the same time, let's don't stress in the last moment and trying to deliver some stuff. As you can see, the team is really great and it's really diversified and from all over the world, and really that's really one of the best teams so far I worked in the project. That was the key success of the project. And I don't know if I haven't introduced Suhas come to work at the Google, he's bringing that experience to us, the product management, that's the features that he's gonna he will share with us, and then based on as a use cases we're gonna commit and take it. And for example, if you have any questions, just reach to each of the team individually, ask any questions. As I said, front end, back end, I guess FO, and Yunan for the design part if you need any screens, and Charlie and Sophia for the marketing part. I guess we'll less need for the if you have any. It's because more engineering, but the key in the marketing and trust me, we'll talk more about the future side and stuff. And once it's be confirmed, then we can start development. But we are also free. Any creativity, anything you have in mind, just I added you in all the Slacks. You just share your thoughts and whatever you want to work on it. That's pretty much open. Just again, it's Capstone project, but let's make it really fun. Let's learn something out of it. I hope that's experience, the process also overall you learn, guys, will help you. Not just it, and later if you have an idea, it will really help you to give some ideas where to start and how roll it out. That's where I think you can take out, not just from the engineering perspective. So,
sure.
Yeah, that's SOAS once share. Probably we can meet tomorrow evening or Saturday early morning and go through it. But we can still reuse some of the tally, tally already put, because I think he was talk about idea and stuff. So we need basically for these 15 weeks to define some use cases and all this stuff, what we're gonna do. So let's sync up offline, guys, and maybe, actually after the call, let's 5-10 minutes, let's, as a Capstone team, we can stay and talk more about it. That I think, because we have to also confirm one of our guys if we can count on him or not. Otherwise, we will just do the scope based on 3 of us.
Okay.
So is it sounds good, Younglin, to you?
What do you mean by 3 of us? Sorry.
We have 4 of us in Capstone.
Okay. That's for the school project, right?
Yeah, because we are also doing Capstone. We need to deliver. So basically, it will be some model of and then connect to the bigger chain.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so because
yeah. First class on Saturday. By the way, talking about the first class on Saturday, Yunan. Hey, so because I am in a digital arts program, and my class is storyboard design. Don't ask me why I took storyboard design. It's a different story. But if I could recruit, guys from UX, UI, production specifically, I'm interested in production. I'll try to, make a short announcement in class. And Yegeman send me like a list of things that we would like to have, like a short demo where we can do in terms of design. So, and if we can connect somewhere, and maybe I can introduce guys to you, say, hey, that's the head of design. That will be very helpful, because I would like to recruit more people, especially they're taking production course. They can work on this project and get their assignments done. That's my sales speech to them.
Awesome. We really enjoying the thought leaders mindset. That really each of us should do, guys. And whatever, if you think anything you can connect any class, you are welcome to bring new people and take a lead. And it will be also a great experience for you also. Pretty much what we did for 3 classes in a row and work with really brilliant people. That's where we are. It's not just 4 of us did. That the people really were coming and going and helping, even as a class project. And I hope they also enjoyed and get a lot more experience. And we really appreciate that. And I also shared, currently I'm creating the Capstone folder, guys. That's kind of initially for us. And that's all the docs here, all the paper docs and everything we have here, yeah?
Yeah, should I create a marketing folder so it won't have like everything in one folder? And
I just added marketing folder also. So
awesome. Yeah. So I'll take some of the wording from the wrap-ups for just like JobHax wording, because I think we have some great wording. If we make the concept paper more concise, we can just take the wording for the business plan or for the website or whatever. So I'd like to save it. And yeah, I don't know what the survey is. Okay.
Yeah. Whatever, I guess, if also whatever we have, let's start rolling here. Maybe front and back end here also folder if we have any documents we want to put. I will also put our previous class project reports and everything and what we were doing. So you guys, all the artifacts, all the stuff that you can go and see and the presentation stuff, what we have. And let's, because we were putting in random places, now let's centralize and everything, make it clean. And in case somebody new want to go through it and just can reuse stuff. So I think that's pretty much it. And any other questions or suggestions? Are you guys excited?
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. Come on.
It wasn't too loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nice. Awesome.
Sorry.
Great. No.
Love that.
Keep it up. Sophia, some music. Can you play some? You have some guitar with you near?
I'm blushing now.
Oh my God. She's doing it. She's taking it serious. Nice. Do it.
Let me see.
Okay.
I can show you my guitar, but I'm not gonna play it.
No, please. Just
see.
half second.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it for today.
If you want to listen more, join next meeting.
If you want to listen more, follow my Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Sophia Mom 16. Okay, yeah.
You can put in community channel. That's awesome. I really like that the impactful stuff you are doing. That all these people who are taking. It's really therapy. I really think.
The table.
The recording the YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Therapy, because before you were talking, I didn't know what you're talking, music and therapy, and then once the video you shared, that was really clear about it.
Yeah, I definitely need to put the subtitle on it so people can understand.
Yeah, you're not gonna translate it anyway. It's in his task list, so not to Canadian, to English,
Not to Canadian. I translate to Canadian.
Awesome. So then we are good. Have a wonderful evening. Just Youngwin and yes, let's, if you delay a couple minutes, let's just quickly sync up for the Saturday task. But otherwise, yeah, sorry a bit for the delay. We will try to minimize the sync up time, maybe 12 minutes. It was just more introductory, and we'll basically, yeah.
All right, guys, I'm signing out then, Zako. We'll sync up again over the weekend.
Yeah, that's basically whatever from whoever needs. Now you know the faces, and just go after them, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
No worries. Thank you so much, guys. See you.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye. Take care. Yeah.
How do I leave this meeting?
You can't leave us. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Meeting. Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye, Tali. What do you want? Oh, he's gone. Okay, guys. Awesome. I will stop sharing. Should I stop sharing? Okay. Awesome. Do we need recording now? You guys think we can just